I think there's a mixture of probably nervousness around pain, but also an embracing of it and an understanding of it leading to something that kind of transcends pain.
Okay. Weaknesses is probably a hard one. Sometimes weaknesses are just strengths overplayed, in that, you know, when you are prepared to turn over every stone to look at something, turning over every stone can be quite hard, and sometimes there are stones you can't turn over, and actually sometimes letting go of the things that are out of your control, or knowing like what are the bits you can leave but still perform, and that's something that we as a support team have helped him with.
Is this why I shout my YouTube channel?
Yeah.
The car was like here when it got stuck. Really, it was like okay, quite nice. You balance with the car.
So I'd probably say there's like a few timelines for me which stand out. First one's probably 2018, the first time post-crash where I was able to race, and it wasn't even a triathlon, it was a box cross-country race, so the British University Champs race, and it was the first race I was able to come back and race, and then to be able to win that race, and then go on to win the British 10,000 metre Champs as well. It felt bigger than just the race, it felt like I was overcoming something which I didn't know if I was going to be able to overcome, and for me that was such a big moment in defining that I wanted to do this as a career and really give it a good go. And then going into 2019, I was able to do my first World Series as a result of some good races at the back end of 2018, and was able to come second in my first ever one. And that kind of surprise, and all of my idols, people I'd grown up watching, so inspired by, and then to be able to stand on that start line first of all was a massive win for me. But then to be able to come away with second made me realise that I might actually be not too bad at this sport and I could give it a good go. And then I guess the big defining kind of years in my life are 2021, where I was able to qualify for the Olympics, first of all, in a bit of a tight battle between Alistair Brownlee and I, who was one of my big inspirations growing up, and then come away with a silver and a gold medal from those years, and then 2024 to come away with the gold in the individual. And in the manner I was able to do it in was, pretty unforgettable. And then come away with a bronze medal as well to kind of top off a pretty cool year. I think having competitors who are in triathlons, been great. I guess particularly Hayden, for us to have so many close finishes has been really cool, and I hope that we're able to put smiles on people's face at home, because that's what we want to do fundamentally. We know what we do is for us a little bit, but it's also, for entertainment and for people to watch. And my appreciation for people like Hayden and many others is that I can push myself hard, but I think there's something about when you have that person who's there running by your side, you're able to kind of zone into it to a new level and be able to achieve new levels when somebody's pushing you like that. So I think I found in the Olympics is I wasn't having my best day, but I was able to kind of transcend that in that race to be able to have a close finish with him.
What's that?
these ones fuse a lot better than they used to. Like the new recipe is so much better. But yeah, shake your drinks probably.
Yeah. Or whilst you're running along.
Yeah.
That's crazy though, that like they make you hand it in the day before.
Yeah. I guess because they got to go to like 5k, 10k, so like they have to give them out to like different people.
I think it's just the constant pursuit of growth and trying to be better. And I think for me, one of the big things I wrote down at the end of this year is that I'm not satisfied with what I've done in my career. I think there's a hunger to keep getting better, and there's an appetite that I don't feel like I've achieved the best I can achieve within myself, and that there's so much more I can give. I think that comes from having a few setbacks and the gratitude that I have to be able to train and work as hard as I can. But yeah, I think that is just a thing which is innate inside me as well, that I just want to keep pushing and be the best I can be.
This scale is definitely really heavy.
Exactly. You've seen extreme ironing, right? That's
Look at this.
Yeah.
I think picnic tables might have been cheaper, but you know. Right.
Yeah, it looks like it'll be on and off, but the wind looks like it gets less, I think.
Yeah, it's only going to get better.
Yeah.
Now.
You're going to warm up all the way back to here anyway, so you'll see that, and you'll run
nice.
along there. You take anything that you want up, I'll carry your rucksack, and then what I'll do is I'll just drop it in the car the first time we come past it.
Come to Portugal, they said. Hopefully it's not like this, but it could be like this in London, so can't just take the easy route.
So aim of today is basically a race simulation session, so we're going to go to 30k at race pace or race adjusted pace for course conditions, weather, so that we can simulate the feeling of racing as much as possible. Going to run through all the drink stations that he'd hit at that point, close as race kit as possible, race shoes. We've done from about 48 hours ago, he was on like race prep fueling. We set it up yesterday with a bit of a race briefing. This is something we've used into a lot of big triathlons, is how closely to real life can we simulate it, to also build a bit of pressure, a bit of nerves, which hopefully then transpires through into him feeling as close to race day as possible. Well, the benefit for Alex of doing something like this is that hopefully when he gets these things in race day, he's done them before, he's been there before, he's seen it, he's felt it, so that he knows how to deal with it or has strategies as to what to do with it. Everything we set up is about Alex on race day being in as much control as possible, or when he's out of control, how he brings the control back. And so a lot of this isn't about it being perfect. In fact, it's quite good every now and again if something goes a bit wrong. We don't set it up to go wrong as such, but if you put quite a lot of pressure on it, inevitably there will be moments that he thinks, well, I could have done that better. But actually that's kind of the learning we want to take into race day. You know, we're using a 4.4k loop here. It might get a different wind every time we run round based on how much it's swirling. He's got to factor that in.
I think there's a mixture of probably nervousness around pain, but also an embracing of it and an understanding of it leading to something that kind of transcends pain. And I think for me, that's something which I encourage. And I think there's definitely I encourage being nervous around training and not knowing what's going to happen, and I think that's something that I've learned to embrace within it, because I think when you're able to do that, then I think if you can train harder and in what you're doing, then racing becomes a kind of celebration of what you're able to do and achieve, and that's kind of the philosophy I've always lived by, and yeah, try and live by.
Okay, racing his first marathons on debut, local London lad, Olympic triathlon champion, Alex Yee. Silence from this point, and I'll just give you a 2-1 go.
I did bring some shoes for you, but you're all covered.
Has he always been this sprightly?
No, I've just seen the TV cameras. He's acting up.
Just to show off.
Yeah.
We all do a little bit though,
He's
don't
made
we?
for this business then, isn't he?
Yeah.
Really? Love it.
Now you cut it so it doesn't look so bad.
Oh yeah,
you're
you
right.
started here.
Oh yeah, John.
Joseph.
Joseph, nice to meet you, you're right.
So next is.
Come on.
What is the sort of warming up, what's your normal routine now?
No, he'll run into it. He'll run into it.
He doesn't
So-
need to
no,
warm
no,
up,
no,
he
no,
goes,
no.
right, okay,
No,
good.
normally he's late, and that's the warm up.
Right. I don't want us being here today to sort of
No.
affect change
This is
your
like-
morning routine. I
This
don't
is
want you
like.
I'd hate to take to think,
I
being here means you can't
think
do
what's
it
thrown
next
him
week.
off is Alex being here.
Oh, okay, right.
It's like royalty.
Right. It's not a competition between you two.
No.
No, but it is.
No, it's just leave it.
You run as well?
A little bit, I do, yes. I
Yeah,
do actually.
good.
Yeah, mostly 10Ks. That tends to be
10K.
my 10, yeah.
Must keep going.
Exactly.
When
keep
you're
going.
my age, you still go on.
I will still go. Well, that's what I'm
Yeah.
hoping. This is why we wanted to speak to you,
Yeah.
because I think you're
Yeah.
very much an inspiration to many people that you're
Wonderful.
still doing it at 93.
I'm
which is
90,
great.
93.
Exactly.
My wonderful
No, you're.
grandson.
This is about you, not about me.
Hey?
Oh, today I would like to, as fast as possible, but I don't think.
50 minutes, yes?
Yeah,
50 minutes.
I don't know.
Yes, 50 minutes. That's what you're aiming for.
I will try.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy every week looking forward to come this wonderful movement. Oh, over 300.
Over 300 parkruns.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah.
I gather you're quite famous as well, Al.
Oh,
around
I
these
don't.
parts.
I don't know.
Humble as well.
I'm just another human being. You know, enjoy life. This is a wonderful world. I don't know why people spend fighting instead of enjoying the camaraderie. Look at the sun welcome us on this wonderful day. Couldn't ask for more.
As I grow up, I probably realised the importance of family more and more. I think when I was younger, you kind of take them for granted a little bit, I think, and as you reflect on growing up, you realise the impact that people, those people have on your life, and they're the first people who you look up to, you listen to, you learn from. So I think more and more I'm learning that a lot of the values that I hold close and I've learned are actually because of them. As you grow old and you spend so much time with them, you don't think about that so much. But now I only get to see them 2 or 3 times a year. It's something you appreciate a lot more. Well, my dad was actually a duathlete, so I can't give him credit for being a good triathlete, but he did duathlon, so run, bike, run, and he was kind of doing the age group level, so going up and down the country, racing age group races, and then occasionally doing the European or World Championships for the age group level. So I remember following him up and down the country and being in awe as all these guys flew past and just asking lots of questions about the sport and what was going on. And I was already doing a bit of swimming and running, and it seemed kind of a natural fit to yeah, marry them all up together.
Okay.
Come on, Albert! Come on!
I think the biggest thing for me is I think I've picked up like a level of calmness and patience from them. I think I've learned from them that things don't come all at once, and that good things are worth waiting for and working towards. So I think those are the two things which I think are massive for me. I think, first of all, I just feel very fortunate to have been able to be put in a position to kind of grow up where I grew up, be able to have the surroundings I had, growing up day to day, to be so close to a running club when I grew up, to have those kind of small scenarios which some people class as luck, some people class as coincidence, but to have those kind of opportunities placed on my doorstep, I feel like I need to make the most of them, and the people that have invested time in me. And I think as much as I believe that I have been given something, some talent to be able to pursue, I also feel I've been given a gift of so much support from so many different people and the scenarios that I've been brought up in, and I feel very fortunate to be in that position, and I want to make the most of it and see where it can take me.
Your fan crew's here, yeah. Power 10.
Power 10, yeah.
Make sure this one goes up.
Yeah. Weatherspoons now.
808.
How you feeling, Albert?
Thank you very much. Quite difficult.
Was it?
Not easy. Yeah.
Very hot
Anyway,
today
made
as
it. Another one. Thank you very much.
Nice to have some company for my running.
Making my day.
Yeah.
I hope we appear the news.
Are your legs tired?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for all this lovely time I had with my friends.
I'll stay quite wide of you when you take this turning, so if you want to swing out to swing in. Is it same heart and lungs and legs? That's good. Keep your eyes up the road when it's windy so you don't drop your head. That's good, that's better. Why is he Olympic champion? I mean, there's the easy answer, which is that like you have to have a certain amount of natural talent, whatever talent is. I mean, talent in many ways is a terrible word, because talent is probably somewhere between some physiology, some ability to not get injured, some ability to not get ill, some ability to turn up every day in, day out, loving what you do. That's talent. Talent is also being able to perform on a given day and having the skills to perform at the event that you're doing. And I think that while he might have started from a running background, in a training sense, I think he is very well suited to the sport of triathlon. You know, it's not a flat-paced linear sport. It's something that's got a lot of surges in, a lot of in-race decisions. You're interacting with other people all the time, and I think he's somebody who's able to cope with those things very, very well, and he's able to cope with things that are very challenging under a lot of physical pressure. And I don't think he'd mind me saying that, like, that is something he's worked really hard on. Like, he probably is a lot better at that now than he used to be. That ability to deliver at your best on every day, not just on the day when you're feeling good.
So effectively he's got a strategy whereby he's going to be taking aboard a combination Morton 320 and a very high sodium content drink, as well as Morton gels. So we're basically switching them each 5k of the race, depending on when the feed stations are. We've devised effectively a straw bottle with a cap on it, which he can easily take off just using his mouth, so just chewing it with his teeth. And then he's just basically put some fizzy hand grip tape on a bike, just so he can actually grab hold of it, because otherwise it'll be slippy. So I'll change the decal bottles and then switch these other bottles in. So then he has a slightly different setup, so it'll always be different.
Both feelings, both the feeling of your legs when they start to get tired, but also the feeling of wanting to push on but not pushing on. You've got to hold both, a bit like the devil and the angel. You've got to sit one on each shoulder and just be comfortable with them. You don't know which one you're going to get on race day, which one you're going to need, so try and sit with both of them today.
It's definitely not the fear of losing. I think being able to embrace losing and learning to lose, and that kind of learning through not succeeding or failure, or however you may class it, I think is extremely important, and fundamentally will make you a better person and potentially a winner as well.
Like, whatever happens within the race is that, you know, we get the other side of it, and we've just learned something about Alex that can help him within the future. We have a loose time-based target, but it really isn't about time. It's about what happens to Alex and something that's different. Like, London is just very different than a triathlon. It's 2 hours plus of an activity where you're just running at one pace. You're running in a relatively small group of people, and you either hang on to the time you're running or you don't hang on to the time you're running, and that is an entirely different proposition than a triathlon. Good, I can tell you're visualising it, that's good. Just keep, more you can simulate yourself with the course. Obviously use the terrain that's here, but keep some visuals on London. Yeah. Particularly those spike points, because we'll hit those, you know, around halfway. That's nice, Alex. Still looks lovely and comfortable, nice and fluid.
You'd be lying if you didn't think that there is not joy in winning and achieving things. And I am very process orientated, but that doesn't mean I didn't enjoy winning the Olympic Games or don't enjoy winning the World Championships. I think there is an addictive feeling of being able to touch that finishing tape and being able to raise it above your head, because you work hard for those moments and you want to enjoy them. And in the moment, I probably don't feel the same elation as I do looking back at them, and once I've processed them, and you start to appreciate more and more what you've achieved. And yeah, I think that at the same time it's neither, but it's definitely leaning towards, yeah, the joy of winning.
Alex is an athlete who outperforms on race day a lot of what he does in training. We've learned together over the last 5 years what he's capable of in a triathlon, and essentially get him to the start line and trust his ability to go and deliver it. And generally, I'll stand there and watch a triathlon and trust that he knows what he's doing, trust that he's going to deliver everything that he's got. So probably come race day in the marathon, I'm probably going to be stood there going, I don't really know what's going to happen. And some of that, honestly, is it's the first time he's run a marathon. Do we know what's going to happen in that last 10K? We can train for it as much as we want, but without running 40k, 42k flat out, no, not really. Good job.
Thanks.
Really good work.
Not too bad.
That's good.
15.
Last big one.
305. Too bad.
305's bang on.
Well,
That's good.
it was changeable like throughout the 5Ks because I get one where I get the 2 headwinds or the 2 back straights, and then that last one was.
Yeah,
90.
of course, yeah.
Got it.
But average 305 overall. Yeah. Yeah, perfect.
And I had probably 10k more in me.
Yeah.
Which is good. Last 2k might have been debatable, but
Ultimately, that's the fun and that's the challenge, isn't it? That last 10k.
yeah, the unknown. The marathon starts done it then. So you just done the easy bit.
So this might sound like a bit of a sad question then, but where's the end of the rainbow then? Do you ever get there?
I don't know the answer to that. I think I don't know. Who knows if you'll ever get to achieve, yeah, what you want to achieve. But I guess that's the impossible question, which ask me in hopefully 10 years' time, and I'll let you know.